Hello and welcome back everybody to Join the League season number 3. It's going to be game number 2 between Arrow Gaming and Kingdom in this 2-game series, so the last game of the series as well. Of course, we're HeflaTV, I'm Coucher, and once again I am joined by Mike Loris.
So we said in the last game that Kingdom are probably going to be the underdogs, and I think a lot of that play kind of signified that. They got a couple good picks. They played overall pretty decently, but Arrow, they were just a little bit slower and a little bit more patient in how they approached things. So they ultimately came away with a victory, though. I think Kingdom, after that last showing, have shown that they're definitely capable of taking this game for Arrow. It was by no means a one-sided stomp, and really, what more could you ask for except for a nice, even, close game? Like in the pool, though, it might not be that close.
Yeah, I mean, especially a tire side Lycan at the moment, if Arrow want to pick it up. Of course, if they go for the Lycan, I guess Kingdom can go for something like a Faceless Void, plus more or less anything. Skyref Mage, Shadow Shaman, just some additional lockdown to deal with the Lycan, maybe. So we'll see if Arrow actually want to go for it. A lot of teams, since Lycan is banned out so damn often, they don't really actually get to practice with that hero as well, all that much, so some teams just don't feel comfortable with it, and I've seen drafts where that hero has been completely overlooked.
Yeah, me too. It's kind of weird to think that it's, this hero who's so strong and so sought after, banned all the time, but no one knows how to play him because they never end up playing him. It's just hilarious to think about. They're taking quite a lot of time in thinking about what they want to do with this. If it's not going to be the Lycan, then I was not going to say it was going to be the Nature's Prophet. I was going to say it was probably going to be the Faceless Void. But Nature's Prophet is the first pickup. I mean, it worked pretty well for Arrow last game, so why not go for it again?
Even I would have expected maybe like a Brewmaster event to come out rather than the Nature Prophet, especially since I'm not too sure. I guess Nature Prophet is more of a stable pick than Lycan potentially, but if you really want some push, I think Lycan is most likely stronger, or at least more explosive once he actually gets his just momentum going. But Kingdom now, will they go for the Radiant side Lycan, or at the moment it's actually really risky if they don't go for a Lycan. Arrow Gaming, they still have just the potential to pick it up, and Lycan plus Nature's Prophet, it is cancerous. But Kingdom, they have Faceless Void and the Shadow Shaman, so Chronosphere plus Shackles might be enough to deal with the Lycan potentially.
Chronosphere is pretty much the best tool to deal with anyone, let alone Lycan. So, although the Arrow Gaming pushing will be so incredibly terrifying if they do go for the Lycan Nature's Prophet combination, I don't know if they want to do that. They have shown that they could unit push without the Lycan, and although the Lycan does make the pushes a lot more effective, they could just do the exact same thing as they did last game and be happy with that. But no, they can't resist the Wolf. I mean, it's just too much upside. Even though he will get shut down by Shackles as well as the Chronosphere, Lycan will just be able to contribute so much more before those actually become a serious threat.
Oh man, it's so scary to look at Arrow Gaming already. Lycan Nature's Prophet. Faceless Void, yes, he's all good and well with his Chronosphere, but is he going to be strong enough? And actually Kingdom, they themselves panning out a Tinker. They have the first pick in the second phase here, so in theory they could have gone for it themselves. Really good against just unit-based pushing. March the Machines completely wrecks that. As well as with the Faceless Void combination, Tinker has enough time to just at least rearm once and get his spells off double, all of them. So would have maybe somewhat expected for Kingdom to go for it, but I guess maybe they don't have that proper Tinker player on their team, or just want to go a little bit more aggressive, not rely on the Boots of Terrors plus Blink on him. But Arrow, do you think that they might just go for an Enigma again, or would it be just too greedy?
I think they definitely might go for Enigma, but not in this third pick. It'll be most likely a fifth pick Enigma if they'd go for it at all, possibly fourth pick. But they have to know for sure that Kingdom are going to be lacking AoE before they really fully commit into that camp. Nature's Prophet and Howl, that's good enough. You don't have to invest that much more into it. If Kingdom pick up no more AoE within their third and fourth pick, then Arrow are going to be so much more inclined to go for even more units and just flood the enemy with a whole zoo of just stuff. And also, Invoker at that point gets a lot better as well, which would be, I think, a little bit of a safer pickup for Arrow. If they want to go for that Voker, then they'll get more units to benefit from Howl, and it's also something that's a little bit more difficult to straight up counter.
Yeah, man. Actually, Invoker pick, I wouldn't mind it at all, especially since it will also be reasonably good up against Faceless Void. You can use the Deafening Blast when he goes for the Chrono, so he can't actually right-click. Of course, that would also make it so the Kingdom themselves can't go for the Invoker Faceless combo, but Arrow Gaming, I actually think something like a Vengeful Spirit wouldn't be all that bad. Vengeance Aura for additional push, minus armor to get faster Roshan's, as well as just get the defensive swap potential out of the Chronosphere.
Yeah, it's not a terrible way to go either. Really, both sides, Kingdom mostly, they have to prepare for a lot of pushing, and Shadow Shaman with the shock is okay amounts of counter push, but yeah, okay, they're gonna take the Invoker actually. Yeah, I don't mind this one bit. Kingdom, they're also capable of pushing. It's not too bad for them either.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely are between the Mass Serpent Horse and now the Forge Spirits, plus maybe even something more to come. Jakiro though, the pickup for Arrow Gaming, it's nice for pushing with the Liquid Fire. Also, nice long range disable with the Ice Path, which can actually be used nicely into the Chronosphere as well, make it so the Faceless Void can't just freely roam around in his own Chrono. Maybe even pop down the Macropyre if it's really necessary. Although at the moment, they don't actually have the best setup for Macropyre other than that. But there's still 2 more picks to come.
Yeah, Macropyre isn't usually a skill that you see teams building around. It's okay when you get the enemies to sit in it, but unless you actually have Faceless Void on your own team, it's probably not going to do that much damage. And that's perfectly fine for Arrow because they just want the Liquid Fire. And they're going to have that as well. Kingdom, they have some AoE and some push to kind of keep Arrow off balance, but they need more because Arrow, it looks like they are going to go very deeply into this push camp. I don't know how much more they're going to invest into it. Enigma's still looking pretty good for them, but if Kingdom aren't prepared for this, then we could see a repeat of last game where they just lose all of their towers so early on and then can't do anything about the follow-up.
Yeah, it's going to be extremely hard for them once again to stop it. Last game around, they did some pretty nice moves early on, got some nice early kills actually to get a small advantage, but were just unable to hold on to it. In this game though, maybe, of course it depends heavily on how they lane this as well. If they get themselves a good aggressive tri-lane, for example, just try to shut down the Lycan, that is one way to go about this. Jakiro, not the strongest of tri-lane heroes either, but picking up a Timbersaw now, I guess it's just Timbersaw offlane, Faceless Void, Shadow Shaman, +1 safe lane and Invoker mid then.
I don't know about this Timbersaw pickup. I guess they figure it's a hero that can clear creeps really, really quickly, and that's good. I mean, they'll need it. But then when the team fight actually does come around, they're going to be so reliant on the Chronosphere, and Timbersaw, Faceless Void do not play well together. You could throw the Chakram into the Chronosphere, which is okay for killing off 1, maybe even 2 people if you're lucky, but aside from that, you rarely see Timbersaw and Faceless Void on the same team because they do clash so heavily. But it's just mostly a pick for counter push reasons. I don't know how much I like this hero as far as 100% in order to kill off creep waves. There are probably more useful heroes to combo up with the Faceless Void.
Yeah, I can't tend to agree with you there. I mean, if he snowballs, it is just so hard to stop the Timbersaw and he does a ridiculous amount of burst damage. But yeah, well, we'll see, especially now that Arrow Gaming actually picks up themselves a Silencer. There's actually a potential of it being a mid lane one as well. Most likely it will be a support, but we'll see about that. But Silencer is so good up against really all of Kingdom at the moment.
You get that last word on someone like Faceless Void and he wants to time walk in, suddenly no Chronosphere, and Global Silence, of course, is going to be devastating as well. I really hope that this is going to be a mid lane Silencer because I just think support Silencer is the worst thing in the world ever. Like, it's so bad, but who knows? Some teams still believe in it. I'm not one of those people who do, but they are going to be prepared a little bit more for the team fight. However, if it does come to a really hectic, chaotic team fight, then Arrow, their Lycan is going to need to survive, because if he doesn't, they're just not going to win. Even though they do have a Global Silence, Kingdom could just overrun them with the amount of AoE, and especially if they get BKBs, which they should be going for eventually in this game. Enigma is going to be banned out from Kingdom, and by Kingdom, rather. And I think it's a worthwhile ban, although Arrow could just easily go into a completely different direction with this draft.
Yeah, and Arrow actually banning out a Juggernaut themselves, so they don't want to just deal with the healing ward. It is, of course, pretty damn annoying. And to be honest, Arrow Gaming, I guess apart from Lycan, they wouldn't maybe have too much to actually chase down the healing ward as well properly. But in any case, I don't know, Juggernaut, banned or not, don't think it really matters all that much, or if Kingdom would have gone for it anyway.
It would have been a support Juggernaut with Shadow Shaman, which is okay. It has a lot of kill potential, especially if you get right on top of someone like a Nature's Prophet or a Silencer or something like that. But as far as clearing creeps, it's not the best. And there we go. That's something I want to see from Kingdom. They get set up, and oh, that's something I want to see from Arrow as well. But they get nice setup with the Split Earth from Leshrac, and also they have the Lightning, which should be the priority for Leshrac. But Arrow go for the even more interesting pick in the Warlock. So, you know what I said before about them losing team fights? It's probably not going to be the case anymore. Between Global Silence and Chaotic Offering, it's going to be really difficult for Kingdom.
Yeah, I mean, the counter-initiation potential just... Faceless Void comes in with the Chrono, you drop the Rock and suddenly Chrono is more or less useless. Especially if Mosun can get off the Global Silence, but it looks to be a mid lane Warlock, unless they just want to send Lance on the Lycan mid lane, for example, but... Man, this game is going to be all sorts of fun, probably. We're going to see lots of action. Both teams have a reasonable amount of push as well, especially now that Leshrac provides that Diabolic Edict. If he even goes for it, might even go for the Lightning Storm build up against the unit-based pushing of Arrow. But, man, this game should be fun.
I hope it's fun and fast, because there's another game that I have to cast soon. If they finish in 15 minutes, I'll be very impressed that they actually managed to end the game either side in that time. But whatever, we'll see. We'll play it out, and well, hopefully it'll be a good game nonetheless. We're gonna see what these hero lanes are going to look like. As for Arrow, they have DDZ going to be handling the Warlock. Shangzai is going to be playing the Nature's Prophet once again. MTR is going to be supporting as the Jakiro. Mosin is going to be playing the Silencer. That leaves Lance on the Lycan.
Yes, and for Kingdom up on the Radiant side, Fixers will be heading towards the mid lane, most likely up on the Invoker, leaving Yomo Kompako on the Faceless Void with Fruits on the Leshrac, Star to play the Timbersaw, and Smashy will be the last one on the Shadow Shaman.
Alright, so Smashy and Fruits are going to be a pretty nice roaming combination for the Kingdom side, whereas for Arrow, their supports are a little bit more static. They probably don't want to leave the lane, they just want to sit there, get themselves a couple levels with pulls and whatnot, and hopefully not get killed too many times by the rotating Shadow Shaman and Leshrac. These two heroes are definitely capable of getting kills just between the two of them. And especially with this early smoke up from Kingdom, last time it got them a first blood. We'll see what it gets them this time. The Treant is going to kind of lure Arrow into a false sense of security. They're going to be like, oh, there's no one here. It's all well and good. But suddenly, Smashy is right there with Shackles. MTR is once again going to be the one to really get focused. Poor guy. 2 games in a row. I mean, he's a support player, I guess, so that should happen more often than not, but still, that's just so unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I mean, Kingdom took a pretty damn nice route there as well. Just straight up coming in from the river into the enemy jungle like this. Usually when the dire side wants to defend their own jungle, they go around this area or something, but... Man, Kingdom, they just managed to catch them off guard, and of course Shadow Shaman starting with booster speed as well. Jakiro, a rather slow support otherwise, 290 movement speed, just not a chance in hell.
He's a tanky one, but not when you have 5 heroes bearing down you. Oh no, MTR, don't let this happen again. Don't go that way. Please don't go that way. Shadow Shaman has boots first, and Jakiro is starting at 290 movement speed, so he's not going to be able to outrun the Shadow Shaman nor the Leshrac, and if he walks up here, really if anyone from Arrow walks up here, they could very easily go down. Lycan level 1 is a pretty bad hero, and Mosin, though he does have Curse of the Silent to land potentially onto a couple, it's just not going to be enough. Kingdom, they want to play so aggressively with this lane, and when you're having a Timbersaw in a tri-lane, you have to be aggressive, otherwise you're just not getting anything done. Here comes Smashy with the Shackles, and Fruits is going to line up Split Earth with Dual Chain together. Mosin's going to be bursted down very easily. That's the second kill going for Kingdom, and now they're going to try to go for Lance or MTR. Really, I don't think they have any huge goals of killing off either, but a kill is a kill, and that's the second kill going the way for this top lane. 1 to Timbersaw, 1 to Shadow Shaman. Kingdom, they're off to a roaring start in this top lane.
Yeah, it's looking extremely good. I mean, we're not even 1 minute in, already two kills, especially up against a Lycan tri-lane. Just to be able to shut down the Lycan is going to be extremely good for them. And Timbersaw, even if the Kingdom supports now roam around, which they do, DDZ might be in so much trouble. Smashy, can he get in range? The Shackles, he's definitely in range, has double damage as well. Shackled up, Fixers, Sunstrike on top of the DC's head, and level 1 Shadow Word, just not nearly enough. Make it 3-0.
Man, Shadow Shaman doing work with those brown boots. If he didn't have those, probably would have been at the very least 1 kill that he couldn't get. The Warlock probably wasn't going to go down there if not for the boots. But yeah, so far the Shadow Shaman is completely dictating the pace of the game. It is kind of what you get when you get a hero that has a 2.75 disable at level 1. And now him and Fruits, they're going to go for round 2 on Mosin. They do have a very deep Observer Ward, so they're keeping track of all the pushing, and Star already started to dive pretty aggressively. The rest of his team isn't quite behind him though, so they have to back off for now. But the positioning and the playstyle, it definitely signifies what Kingdom want to do. They just want to constantly apply pressure to Arrow, and every single time they get a kill or they force someone back, it's a huge win because they're not getting experience during that time, and I think they're going to get DDZ again. The Shackle is there. The healing does come out beforehand. With Split Earth and Sunstrike, this guy is so dead. That's going to be Smashy's killing spree.
Man, the support, at least Smashy, he's level 3 by now already. It's absolutely sickening how much they're getting out of this early roaming. 2.5 minutes in, not even that, 4-0. I think it's one of the most dominating starts I've seen in quite a while for one team.
Yeah, it's definitely looking that way. And Smashy now is going to find an Invis rune. I don't think MTR had an angle to see that, but he's definitely playing like he did know about it. Him and Fruits, they're still very capable of getting these kills. The Leshrac is level 2. He has gone for a second point in Edict, so if they catch Jakiro out right now, he's just completely screwed. Or if they catch anyone out, really, they're just dead, especially with this pull happening. This is the worst possible time to pull. Smashy is going to land yet another Shackle with the Sunstrike, with Split Earth, and Star flying through as well. Invoker is going to take that one, but Kingdom 5-0. This is looking brutally great for Kingdom. That's Shadow Shaman with level 3, 3 minutes into the game, with frickin' Arcane Boots. He has so much net worth. This is absurd.
Holy crap. I mean, he's not number 1 yet since Fixers is farming a little bit better in the mid lane, or at least he's getting last hits, but this start, it's the dream start. And Xiangx actually might go down. The time lock comes out. He's already slowed down from the time lock. Yomo, one more bash, maybe. He's not going to get lucky enough, but man, even the Faceless Void just pulling around the Nature's Prophet at the moment.
Smashy found Mosin again. Is going to land up the Split Earth. Sunstrike this time isn't available, but it doesn't matter. The Shadow Shaman is getting everything for his team. It's obscene. He's 3-0-3. He's literally set up every single kill for his team. This is great.
This is great for Kingdom indeed, man. They just need to keep on with the momentum, and that's exactly the kind of start they need as well, especially since Lycan isn't getting all that much. He's getting a reasonable amount still in this top lane, as is DDZ actually farm-wise in the mid lane as well. A little bit behind, but at least getting something. But Star, he has his own Arcane Boots finished now. Actually 2 points into reactive armor as well, just to make sure Liquid Fire actually doesn't harass him all that much to begin with. So, main Kingdom, if they can keep up the same level of aggression, they're just gonna be golden. And Xiangx are going for the TP out. Smashy, he's there a little bit too late. Would have had enough mana even for the Ether Shock or the Shackles, but even forcing Xiangx out of the lane is already worth it.
Yeah, that's a pretty nice win for Smashy. Not as glorious as the previous wins that we've seen from him, but you can only get so much, and he has now a smoke in his stash, so he's going to be looking to go for even more. They're going to teleport up on top lane, where Star's already dropping pretty low. Here comes Nature's Prophet Xiangzai from the back end, but I think Timbersaw should be durable enough to get out of here, especially when he's just whirling deaths out of that Sprout. Killing this Timbersaw, who has 2 points in reactive, is definitely a tall order, but it looks like Arrow, they're going to start the pushing. They have the Howl, which is going to be usable shortly. And I don't know if Kingdom have enough to defend against this. Leshrac, off of that aggressive start, has gone for a not lightning build, and against this, he's going to be wishing he had some lightning, as if he did, he could probably at least punish Arrow a little bit for pushing, but now he just can't do anything.
Yeah, I mean, that's at least one Arrow's power still, just having the 3 ends. Followed up with the Howl as well. Actually, Star, do they really want to go in the aggressive on MTR? Yes, Timber Chain through. Whirling Death as well. Fruit though can't get in range. If only had the Lightning Storm 1 point into it. Now he's going to go for the Split Earth. It actually connects as well. Star, he's going to go balls deep and probably going to get the kill, although he's still silenced up from the last word. Whirling Death will secure the kill and Timber Chain away. He's going to be fine, but Xiangzai actually got the kill on return on Fruits. Star might fall down as well. If he were right clicks, the Wolves are coming in. Probably not going to be enough, although Mosun, no, last word on cooldown still.
Man, Star just isn't dying in this game. This is another Curse of the Silent, but he's going to chalk from that one out. Unfortunately, the Wrath of Nature didn't bounce through quick enough, or at least they must have lost sight by the time it would have targeted him, but either way, it's going to be one kill for Arrow, but it's going to be
Shackles up, Sunstrike to follow, Fixers. Are they going to get the kill? Cold Snap as well, yes, Hexed up, no Shadow Word. Actually, he stayed alive for a little bit longer since Fixers just missed from the low ground, but oh man, this 8-1.
This is sickening. This is getting gruesome. Like, Warlock is not having a good time at all. He had his ultimate, so conceivably he could have gotten himself out of there, but not really. And now Mosin's gonna run to Smashy one more time. This time Star with backup. No! Mosin, say it ain't so. Smashy kind of messed up, though. He didn't realize that that was happening, and now he's gonna go for DDZ instead. That's good, too. Star probably can't burst him down, especially with this Sunstrike. DDZ will try to heal himself. Now to drop the ultimate, but he will get killed before that. finally Smashy goes down in Star. Well, he misses his first Timber Chain. Now this might be his death, actually. Gonna get punished pretty hard. Timber Chain away, although it will be down to the low ground. He's gonna be just fine. Here comes a Chronosphere. It's going to land on 3. MTR in the blender, as is the Warlock Golem. They're now gonna go for Mosin with Fruits on the outset, with the level 2 Edict going to work. It's 11-2 in favor of Kingdom. Fixers might go down to Xiangzai, but Xiangzai's definitely not going to escape this one. Ice Wall's up, and Xiangzai almost perma-stunned. He was gonna get the kill on the Invoker. It looks like, yes, he will, but he will drop in exchange Arrow. That is not a good trade for this Nature's Prophet. You can't afford to give Kingdom any more kills, because soon enough, Leshrac is going to start pushing your towers down.
Holy crap, those fights from Kingdom, they are just relentless. They are not giving up. They're constantly hunting for it, especially the Shadow Shaman Smashy. He's been doing such a great job so far, 4-1 and 4 as well. Did die in the end, but they got the Warlock Golem out of it. They got the kill on the Golem as well later on, so 100 gold going their way on top of it all. Actually, Sunstrike just and harassing 1-1 to TDC just because Fixers can, but just because Führer Boy wanted it on chat, I'm gonna say Rectorino, man, Rectorino.
It is certainly getting to that point where, you know, Arrow are just getting completely Rectorino'd. They have their Warlock ultimate still available with their Global Silence eventually to come, but they're going to go for DDZ one more time, and this time he doesn't have a huge stun to get him out of this. Any more disables? Looks like it's not going to land. Only one skill available there is the Shadow Shaman. This time is not in the perfect position at the perfect time, but they have Serpent Wards, and I think off of that they could definitely go for this tier 1 tower push. It should be a pretty easy tower pickup once they actually do put everyone in the right places, and yeah, they're going to go for it. Arrow are still a complete minute off of a Chaotic Offering, and without that they have no chance in hell at fighting this one. Chakrum's going to fly, but I don't really think it's going to be enough, as Smashy's going to drop pretty low to start things off, but they could just so safely dive this, especially with the Serpent Ward cover. They're going to throw a Chakram. DDZ is going to get 100-0 by Star. Now going to get sprouted up. Doesn't have any way of getting out of this just yet. Whirling Death will soon come back available for him, but he's still going to survive, at least for now. Fruit's going to chase down Xiangzai. In the meantime, the tower has been brought down, or it will be brought down very shortly. The Fruit's Leshrac is going to kill off the Nature's Prophet, whereas the Timbersaw going to try to go 1v2. A little bit overconfident there, but Fruits does get the kill in the end. Here comes Lance from the side. He doesn't have mana for his ultimate, however, and MTR actually going to get chunked pretty hard by these Serpent Warriors. Took one too many shots there. The face is void, unfortunately. His Chronosphere, not for this fight. So Arrow, they're going to walk away with probably the best trade they've gotten so far, and even then, it wasn't good for them.
You mean, at least they got some pretty nice gold killing off the Timbersaw, who, I would have understood his aggression if he actually had mana to follow up with some spells, but he just pretty much fed away. It's not like he created space while doing so. The tower would have gone down regardless. But I still think it's all fine for Kingdom at the moment. Looking at the graphs as well at the moment, it is actually not that huge of a lead, to be honest, all things considered. About 3,500 for Kingdom XP, about 3,000 as well, a little bit less even now with Timbersaw going down. So I would have expected a little bit more, but all their cores, just look at the net worth chart though, it's telling a slightly different story at the moment. I mean, Lycan, the only one just keeping up.
Now Xiangzai in the bottom lane, he's going to have to deal with a very angry Timbersaw, although Wrath of Nature and Ice Path are going to fly through. Star is going to get the Sprout missed, and it looks like he might be able to survive, although he's going to try to turn around and kill off Xiangzai before he does go down. Now Fruits is completely screwed. Really? Ultimate on one? Okay, well, they got the Leshrac. He's really dead now. And Arrow with this, they're probably going to go for a push.
Yeah, it's actually Arrow, man, they're striking back. The net worth difference isn't all that big, especially now that suddenly Nature Prophet is number 3. TDC isn't all that far behind as well, considering his start. I mean, he's tied 5 times, but somehow he has the farm. They're getting the tower. Yomodo coming into the bottom lane. Chronosphere on how many? Global Silence though? Can't do anything. Ice Path up as well. He's probably going to make it out anyway, but if he has to use the Chrono defensively, which actually only onto Lance, Sunstrike will follow up. The Mass Serpent was into it as well. Lance, he's going to fall for sure at the moment. The Shadow Word doesn't keep him alive for long enough. Hex onto the Warlock Golem. Smashy going for the Shackles as well. He's going to lose his life though, Star. Is he going to have enough burst damage? TDC gets clipped. And yeah, he's gonna go down. Whirling Death, make sure of that. Fruit's still around as well. Diabolic Edict already on cooldown. Star, he just keeps on going, but is he gonna go down again? I don't think so. Maybe Chakram. Timber Chain through, man. That burst damage finally falls down, but Fruit's gonna get the counter. One more right click. He's running away from it. The turn around. Wolves. Oh, smoke. Liquid fire though.
Man, that fight. Kingdom just barely taking the edge off of that, but that was a 4v5. Fixers threw a Sunstrike, and that's about it. He's been pressuring the mid lane the entire time. And Arrow, I think they're probably regretting the fact that they used Chaotic Offering for that one Leshrac before. If they had that stun and the damage for that kind of engagement down in the bottom lane, then it would have been so much better for them. But At the very least, it would have given them another lockdown for the Timbersaw because he's just been running wild. 8, 3, and 5. He's been playing really fast and loose, Star. Like, he's been putting himself in some pretty dangerous situations, but he's been making it work for the most part. So, overall, 18 versus 9. Still the net worth and experience not looking hugely in favor of Kingdom, although it definitely feels like they're much farther ahead than the grass would let on. Arrow, they're going to go into the Roshan pit now, and this should be a pretty easy clear, although with Timbersaw and Invoker on the field, it's never a sure thing. Star going to look for Mosin now. The Chakram will be dodged, and Star's going to get silenced due to that last word. He's going to throw an Earn Charge, but he can't cast any more spells. Still Lance is in the pit, but here comes the rest of Kingdom. Crucially, the Invoker is not in this area. DDZ going to get chunked down pretty hard, and Kompaku, he smells something. He doesn't have a Chronosphere, though. He's going to run into DDZ. Now he's going to start with the hits. Can he get a bash? He's been having pretty bad bash luck thus far. He lands 3 hits, no bashes. Kind of sucks to be him. But it's going to be instead Shadow Shaman, who gets caught with an Ice Path, gets mauled by wolves, and now Fruits on the run. He's going to get hit with the last word, and it looks like he will take a lot of damage. Now the Chronosphere onto 3, though. There's no follow-up. The Chakram's going to fly through. DDZ taking quite a bit of damage, but Kompaku doesn't do enough right now. He's going to get brought down as well. Arrow, they are slowly starting to fight back in this game as Star going to get clipped with another Ice Path. MTR has been on point with those. That's going to be 4 for 0. Arrow could go for a push. They could go for Roshan. Hell, they could go for both. Oh, man, this game is already starting to slip away from Kingdom, it seems.
Yeah, Timber's both back for this as well, and it's just not getting actually tanky enough. I mean, 2 points direct your armor is all well and good, but you can't just survive 4 enemy heroes with only a 1000 health pool. He's going for a Blade Mail now. Actually might catch DDZ as well. He has the Chaotic Offering if they really want to turn it around. MTR trying to help out Ice Path, catches on Star as well. DDZ, Lycan, they get the Roshan. Oh man, the Sunstrike completely whiffs. And everybody's just fine. Actually, they might turn it around even. Chaotic Offering comes out Star though. He got the Timber Chain away before Fixers. He's completely out of mana. Lightning Storm to slow everybody down from Fruits. Split Earth onto MTR as well. And they actually make it out alive somehow. So, Lycan did finish off Roshan. Actually, never mind. Smash, he came in from behind. What? Just to kill off MTR with the Blink Dagger. He's gonna lose his life now. Mass Serpent Wars, they're just gonna get farmed up as well.
Well, it's going to force out a TP from Mosin. Here comes Kompaku. They will kill off the Silencer, and Kompaku now in a little bit of a dangerous situation. The Warlock Golem still running around, but the Sprout is there. Gonna trap the Faceless Void with the Golem, and now Wrath of Nature will kill off another. Fixers, one more hit will do it, and Star up on the high ground can't really do enough. One more hit, no, it's gonna be 2 actually. Xiangsai gonna get himself a triple kill. Now looking for Star, needs 3 more hits to kill him, but Lance in the ultimate form. Star with the jukes, 6 jukes from Star. He's gonna make it out alive, it looks like, unless Lance is a wolf and he's just gonna chase him down. Okay, well, I maybe got a little bit too ahead of myself there. Smashing and teleport in. Way too late though. Xiangsai is gonna collect an ultra kill. And all of a sudden this start from Kingdom is, although good, not gonna be enough. As Smashing now also in a precarious situation. He has a Blink Dagger and he's looking for Xiangsai with another shock. Shock. He can't find the range? That should have landed. Either way, Arrow, they're gonna take a whole bunch of wins now, and I am afraid I have to make my exit as there is another lobby that's gonna fire.
Okay man, so thanks anyway for just joining me thus far and just witnessing this awesome action-packed game, but good luck with casting Myth versus Invasion, man.
Yep. Unfortunately, I can't see this game, but yeah, guys, later.
Okay guys, so that's gonna be it. A little bit unfortunate that he had to go, but the first game, the start of it got delayed by like, what, 25 minutes or so? As well as just being a rather long game, 45 minutes, something around that line I think. But in any case, we are going to continue here. 15 minutes in, 20-18 as Fruits. He has the Invis rune, so he's not going to be in trouble with Smashy. He's going to get scouted out by the wolves. Will it be enough? No, he just gets the blink out. He's going to be safe, but looking at the graphs now. Holy freaking crap, guys. An 8k, almost a 9k swing. Suddenly, gold graph, 5,000 in Arrow's favor. XP, a 10k swing, so 5,000 also in Arrow's favor, but... Man, upheaval comes out from the Warlock already. Just in case under the tower. Fruits still with the Invis. Chakram doesn't connect on anybody except the units. The tower goes down, Lycan makes sure if it... Oh, the silence auto star. Will the Ice Path follow? Yes, it will. Can they actually get the kill somehow? If only they had vision of Fruits, man. If only. But Cold Snap onto DDC. He doesn't have the Chaotic Offering. He has the mech. Can he even pop it? No, he's holding onto it. He finally gets the mech. He's still going to go down into Chakram, I think. Yes, Blade belongs to Xiangsai. The kill of Fruits. Timber, so one more right click actually goes down as well. But there's the Chrono onto 2 enemy heroes. Macropyre to follow. Actually, MTR, he runs into it. Macropyre doesn't really do all that much, but Yomo, he gets the 4-step out by Fixers that will it. Yes, it was. They do manage to bring down Mosin, but only a support and Smashy now. He's on the run. Blink Dagger, nope, Liquid Fire. It's going to disable it for such a long period of time. Ice Path. A little bit off target as Xiangsai tries to TP in. Smashy, can he get the blink out now? Nope, Sprout. Actually going to get the counter kill. No, he's not. One more right click. Are you kidding me? Got the other shot, got one right click, but a little bit too short on damage. 4 heroes fall once again, and only claiming a Warlock. plus 8 silencer, and that fight, Chaotic Offering wasn't even used by the Warlock. Holy crap, Kingdom. I can't believe that they actually are throwing away this lead. This game is absolutely sickening. Lance still even holding on to the Aegis as well on the Lycan. Yule Scepter finished up on that Shakiro. Oh, this game just went south so damn fast. Timbersaw, he made, I think, a little bit too many of manly plays. Dying solo, for example, on this bottom lane, just going solo up against 4 enemy heroes, thinking his Timber Chain makes him invincible. But they might get Lance now, who has an Aegis, who has a wow, Armlet. It's gonna be fighting Lycan. Who cares about split pushing? Who cares about Necros? Nobody. That is correct. As TDC. Did he just cancel his Chaotic Offering, man? A little bit risky. It's still only level 1 as well. Level 2, just getting that a little bit stronger, getting more HP on the Golem. Golem damage, of course, increasing as well, and the armor, so all good. He's playing around with it. Smashy, he needs to get a pretty perfect initiation, or Chronosphere is still on cooldown for 20 seconds. I think this tower might just fall down before Kingdom can do much of anything. The Chakram is slowing it down considerably though. They do find TDC as well. If they can get the jump on him somehow, Lance, he's popping his ultimate, he's going for fruits as well. The Medallion of Courage, the minus armor man. Lance actually focusing, switching targets. Smashy got the blink out before he took any damage. So TDC healing up with the Shadow Word, Cold Snap, already used. Force Spirits being a little bit of annoying, but Lance, they will get the tower and most likely back off now. I mean, without the Shapeshift, I'm not too sure if they want to fight. They could, but I'm not too sure if they want to. Or if they should, for that matter. Although if they can get the Aegis before the fight properly breaks out, it's gonna be good for Kingdom. And... oh, Lance, never mind. He got 4-stepped out, Armlet activated as well, just in case to be able to tank up damage. Now Shadow Word to keep him alive, or at least a little bit healthier. Chakram comes through once again, and man, they need a pipe or something to be able to properly push. As Mozon, he even went for a Hand of Midas on the support silencer. Getting levels, getting closer to that Aghanim Scepter, most likely an Aghanim Scepter lands. There's the Chronosphere, catches 2 heroes as well, but Lance, he has an Aegis. It's not going to do all that much, but there's the Chaos Meteor, Deafening Blast into Xiangsai. But he has the Blade Wheel activated, Yomu has to escape immediately. Man, they're just doing so much. Chaotic Offering though, going to go down under the tower. There's the Global Silence, a little bit too late. Everybody's blinking out, so Arrow. I'm not too sure if they can just continue with the push, or I think they have to back off now. Edershock comes through as well. They pop the mech from DDZ. But oh, 4-step onto MTRO, man. He has the Yule Scepter Splitter. Misses thanks to that. But I think he's still gonna fall down. Or is he Macropyre down as Mozon? They get 1 kill onto Yomo. Oh man, was it Curse of the Silent? It must have been. Last word, Curse of the Silent. MTRO goes down to start his out of mana though. Or at least low on its Smashy. Blink already activated. Lance goes in with the Shapeshift. Can he turn around? No, the Shackles onto Lance. If they get this kill, it's gonna be huge. They are gonna grab him with the Chakram Star. Gets himself a double kill. Going for DDZ next. Timber Chain through. Fixers. Man fighting with DDZ. I think he's gonna come out ahead. Yep, Fixers. They're gonna grab the kill. And Fixers most likely will stay alive. The Fatal Bones will not be enough. So Arrow getting a little bit too overeager. Didn't actually damage the tower even all that much, to be honest. So Chakram has been enough to counter push, and unfortunately though, no counter pushing to come out from them. At least not too much of it. As Xiangsai once again going for that Mjolnir now. Blade Mail finally finished on Star thanks to the couple of kills he got. Blink Dagger also an Invoker. But that Chronosphere, man, killing off a Lycan with Aegis. I guess Xiangsai took a pretty nice amount of damage from that Chaos Meteor Deafening Blast combo, but landing it only onto one hero, it just doesn't cut it at this point. And well, 11,000 gold lead now, almost 12,000 for Arrow all of a sudden. XP did drop down a little bit with that fight, but still a solid 6,500 lead for Arrow. And with the kind of lineup that they have, I actually think they have better late game as well, most likely. The Timbersaw just isn't huge enough by this point in time. I mean, looking at the net worth, he's actually behind Smashy just a little bit. Of course, Smashy, man, he had a smashing start. Bad pun, but that's how it was. I mean, it was literally one of the best starts I've seen on Shadow Shaman. 3 minutes in, he had Arcane Boots. So it's rather surprising to me that Arrow were able to fight back as hard as they did. Of course, some nice fights made it so that actually they had what it took. And now suddenly Basher also finished on the Lycan. So he has the ability to just chase people down a little bit better. I mean, yes, he's hasted when the Shapeshift is activated, but that doesn't mean the enemy can't also just keep on running away. So with the bashes, can maybe get a few extra right clicks in. Also, of course, it's just a raw damage output as a whole. Roshan already respawned as well. The courier, it's gonna spot it out. I feel like it was a rather short respawn. Maybe I'm completely mistaking it, but I mean, it had to be rather short since Aegis was lost. Oh, they get the Blink Hex there as well. Lance, he's going to get bashed a little bit. Global Science just to make sure the shackles don't fall on. The Wrath of Nature bounces around. Are they really turning it around? Yomo, he goes down. Are you kidding me, Star? Blade Mail activated, might be able to outrun them. The dual Wrath is burning down, but they will get Lance in return at the very least. Chaos Meteor plus the Chakra was enough, but Fixers might lose his life. 4-step order in cooldown, Ice Path. Oh, they dropped the Chaotic offering. What? DDC, you wanted to kill that bad, but Stars, he buys back. He needed it at this point in time. They need the Chakram. They need it so damn bad to just try to stop the push or slow it down. Xiangsai though, he came back in, he beat back home before, but now it takes a lot of time from Star though. Actually might go down to the Blade Mail, maybe. Nope, Shadow Word is there. Nice Tornado from Fixers as well, but only 1.2x. Although Mozo might be in trouble. Smashy shackles up. Xiangsai under the Mass Serpent Doors. Are they gonna get the kill? Ghost Scepter on Smashy keeps himself alive. Xiangsai, oh, a few more right clicks. They're gonna get it. 800 gold goes into favor of Smashy's pockets on the Shadow Shaman. They're holding on. Oh man. A few buybacks, of course, 2 actually on Invoker as well as Star up on the Timber Saw, but they hold on, and that's what's most important. Tier 3 fell, but Rax still stands. Kingdom, they are in this game. They have the Chronos for Yomo. Wants to chase down DDC potentially. Time Walk, come on, Time Walk over the trees. Chrono, is he gonna pop it, or even if he pops it, does he have enough solo? I have my doubts. Invoker, he will have Sunstruck, never mind, 10 seconds away from invoking. Well, this game is all sorts of crazy. 27 to 27, 23 minutes in, more than 2 kills per minute. Yes, KPM is through the roof, man. KPM. Looking at the graphs again, a 15,000 gold lead for Arrow, 7,500 XP. Well, evening out at about 8,000 now, but it is looking ridiculously good. As DDC most likely will go for a Blade Mail of his own. So far, 3 Null Talismans. Xiangsai had his Mjolnir finished, now a Blink on top of it. Just the item progression from Kingdom really isn't coming out. That's their biggest weakness at this point in time. And now Roshan has been spotted. Xiangsai actually only creates 2 3-ends. Didn't sprout for the 3-ends for some reason. But, well, they're probably going to get it anyway. Especially if Lycan comes in with the Wolf now. With the Basher Medallion, of course, minus armor. But look at this, Mozen. Aghanim Scepter, 23, 24 minutes in on support silencer. It's pretty damn good. 24 points of stolen intelligence on top of it as well. It's just huge, plus of course Hand of Might is just, will continually keep on ticking. Level 2 Global Silence, maxed out Curse of the Silent. And are there any BKBs on Kingdom? I don't think so, and yeah, nobody's even close, man. Not a single item invested towards the BKB. No Ogre Clubs, no recipes. Oh, Ice Path, they catch Faces Void, are you kidding me, Xiangsai? They have vision of him as well, dual breath down, they get the right clicks. What a huge pickup. He has buyback, but man, you don't want to use it, because you're gonna need every life you have when just defending the base. Oh wow, well, I think this push is just gonna be the nail in the coffin. I mean, they have such a huge lead at the moment, and even with a huge chrono, yes, they can still do it. But for 20 seconds, unless he buys back, they're not gonna have that chrono. Split Earth actually will land on nobody at all. 3 has created, but they have the hole as well. They're holding on to it. I guess Lance wants to use it in a team fight proper. He has the Aegis though in tower. Well, they don't need the howl. The tower will fall down anyway. A few more right clicks. They take care of it. Mjolnir buff on Lance as well. Faces Void. He's alive. He wants to come back in. Actually, he bought back, didn't he? He must have. Yeah, he bought back for this. And well, they lose Rex without even fighting. What's going on, Kingdom? They're actually losing this game. Holy crap, man. Lance gonna get slowed down, but they don't care. TDC, Chaotic offering onto 2 heroes, not the most impactful one. Yomo, there's the global silence, he can't do anything. No Chronosphere, no nothing. Invoker goes down, as does the Timber. So one more right click onto Fruits. He's not gonna burn down to the Curse of the Silent, but I don't think they care all that much. Yomo, he goes down without even getting his Chronosphere off. And well, Xiangsai goes down in return. Lance, he's diving the base, doesn't care. He had the Aegis, but Smashy with a Ghost Scepter made it so that they can actually stay alive. And now, Serpent Ward Trap, shackled up Lance, so he will lose his life, but I think this is... Oh, he bought the Ghost Scepter! In the end, it doesn't matter, but I think this game is over. I mean, double racks behind. There's no coming back, and yeah, Fixers calls GG. Arrow actually turned this freaking game around. That's just a class of its own. That just goes to show that Arrow, I guess they were the stronger, more coordinated team here. Extremely well played, of course, Kingdom. Well done by them to actually get that early start, but the heroes just kept on farming slowly, forcing down some towers every now and then when they got that little opening of space. And in the end, they did win, guys. So thank you so much for tuning in and watching this amazing series, especially game number 2 between Kingdom and Arrow. Arrow showing that or showing why they are one of the best teams in Southeast Asia at the moment. And of course, Kingdom, they play pretty damn well themselves in game number 1 and in game 2 as well. Can't really take too much away from them, just lacking that little bit. But in any case, this is not going to be it for the day. For this channel, yes, but HeflaTV 1 will be, or rather is already online with Myth Trust versus Invasion, so more great Southeast Asian Dota to come. So tune in there, I'm going to host over this channel as well. And of course, as always, if you enjoyed what we did here, be sure to drop a follow to support us on this channel on Twitch, as well as HeflaTV1 and HeflaMoke. Also, you can check out our social media, HeflaTV on both Facebook and Twitter, to actually know when we're going live, with what games, on what channels. And always, if you want to see the VODs of the games or want to share it with your friends, they are uploaded onto our YouTube as fast as possible. It's youtube.com/HeflaMoke. The links are below the stream. And of course, if you have spare money and want to support us directly, you can always either donate or just subscribe if you also want some cool subscriber emotes, which you can use across all of Twitch. But guys, this is gonna be it for us. Tune in to HeflaTV1 for more Dota and have a good one.